Let's talk to one of his soon-to-be colleagues in the United States Senate from neighboring New Jersey, Democratic Senator Cory Booker. Senator, it's great to have you with us this morning. We've been talking for the last couple of days about the surprise to a lot of Democrats about the results. Yes, losing the House, the Senate, so still within your grasp. What happened on Tuesday night, and did the results defy even your expectations?
Well, I traveled in about a dozen states, and a lot of folks were predicting that history would play out, that obviously the party in the White House usually loses seats in the midterm, in addition to the fact that inflation is high and a lot of people are hurting as a result of it. And that all spelled for disaster. But I think the fault of the Republicans were a number of things. Number one is serious threats to our democracy. People really did have that as a concern. Over 300 Republicans were running in this country that were denying the election results, that were saying things openly that were frightening, like the candidate for governor in Wisconsin who said, if I win, Republicans will never again lose a race. That was fundamentally offensive to folks. And then number two, there was a extreme overreach, whether it is talking openly about privatizing Social Security or cutting Medicare, or frankly, just taking away the freedom to control your own body. People found that as overreach. And the final point I think that Fetterman did so well is to talk about, well, who will have your back? If inflation is bad, who is going to be better for you? The signature legislation for the Donald Trump presidency was the biggest tax cut in a generation to the wealthiest corporations and Americans. And when Democrats have control, they lower your prescription drug costs, they lower your healthcare costs, they help to stop you from being evicted in a pandemic and more. And so I think those things combined to help us defy expectation and show a really good day on a day that should have been historically a really bad one.
Joe, Senator Booker talking about inflation there, which was a headwind and could have been an even bigger headwind. We just got new numbers a couple of minutes ago that it has cooled a bit, down to 7.7%. Not a great number,
no,
but the trend is going in the right direction.
Still high, 7.7%, still going to hurt a lot of Americans, a lot of middle-class Americans, working-class Americans. But those interest rates, obviously, Elise, looks like those interest rates are starting to have an impact. And I know you've got a question for the senator, but one thing that the Republicans just never did, they complained about inflation. I never heard a plan. You know?
They never said anything that they were going to do.
No, and it's just like health care. They've been talking about health care and how bad the Affordable Care Act is since 2010. They've not put together a comprehensive health care plan in 12 years now.
We heard a lot more about what was going to happen to Hunter Biden than we did any policy plan whatsoever. Yeah. And I guess that's what I would go back to the senator with. What lies ahead? What do we have to look forward to in the lame duck session with legislation? What are going to be the Democrats' priorities?
Well, for me, fundamentally, we have to do a couple things. We have to fund the government. We have to get the defense authorization done. But I'm really hoping we get back to the basics. Probably the best policy that Joe Biden and the Democrats have done that I'm really proud with, joined with Bennett and Brown, senators from Ohio and Colorado, was the expansion of the child tax credit. It actually was the biggest middle-class tax cut our country has ever had for middle-class and working-class people, cut poverty in this country by close to 40%. I know there's going to be a lot of Republicans who are going to be pushing a lot more tax extenders and tax breaks. I'm hoping that we can get some deal done where for working folks, they get to keep more of their paycheck. And for the most vulnerable children, we help them out.
All right. So great to see you. Senator Cory Booker, as always, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Oh, it's great to be on. Thank you for having me.
Thanks,
All right. We'll see you soon, Senator.